Hi, I saw this happen again, and this one was really tough. And I teach my clients that when something is showing up in your world and it's bothering you or it's triggering you or it's not sitting right with you, then it may be because you are called to say something about it. When potential clients come into your world, your job is to show up and coach them and be there with them from the moment of that first interaction. And yet you can only spend so much time confronting them on their fears and doubts and their limiting beliefs and all the things that are throwing themselves up and getting in the way. But what you can do with all the voices in your head and all those things that you hear that you want to say to them, but you don't want to be stalking them or bothering them or over communicating with them, you take that to your community because there are other people who need to hear it. So that's a great exercise for you right now. If you have this going on, I always tell my clients, and I'm telling you, take it to video. Post about it, Facebook Live about it, take it to your community and speak it there. And then let Spirit connect the people who have eyes to see and ears to hear. And who knows, that client may receive it in that way also. And if not, bless them and be a blessing to everybody else who needs to hear it. So here it is, the number one mistake I see intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs in the making make is coming in and out of their intuition and the brain and the ego and the part of them that's trying to protect them and keep them safe, and getting so triggered they don't know which is which. In that moment when something gets through and you are inspired and you resonate with a coach, a mentor, a teacher, a healer, when you feel called to reach out and speak to them, when you feel called to step into their world and be served by them, when you feel ready, even if you're scared, to make the investment, and then you take yourself out. A lot of times it's blaming it on spirit, on intuition, when it's not. And that's what I want you to get. I see those moments. I'm intuitive. I read energy. I move energy. I manage energy. I see what's going on. I feel what's going on in that clear moment, and everything opens up and somebody steps in. Because I had somebody get to the point. First of all, let me backtrack. They contacted me first for a discovery session 2 years ago. They kept communicating with me for 2 years. I know you're my coach. I know you're it. I know you're the one. And right away, the world threw some roadblocks up. So I coached them through that. And they made a plan. And they said, I've got to go deal with this, but I'm also focused and committed to this. And a long road, checking in. I was not pursuing. I teach you how to be pursued rather than pursuing. I would follow up every once in a while, but I was not hammering into this person. I was giving them the space, and they were on my list as I teach you. So they were being fed, nurtured, served, and being offered and invited. And this person kept reaching out. Here's what's going on now. I'm almost here. Here's what's going on. I'm almost here. And then she set a date and she took the step and she stepped in to the point of having the money in her bank account and being ready. And I was traveling at the time, so I wasn't online and as readily available. And she kept saying, I'm ready to pay. I'm ready to step in. I'm ready to get access. Let's do this thing now. And I kept helping her do it. And what I saw so clearly, but we can't when we're in the middle of it. She was throwing up her own roadblocks. It was her brain. I'm also a former psychologist, and those work really well together for me in this world. her brain kept causing her perception to see things as a problem that were easily solvable and were not a problem. Now, I am all about spirit and intuition and being connected. I also believe that in those moments when everything was lined up and you're stepping in and you're ready to make it happen, and then these things throw up what look like roadblocks. Some of them, I was talking to her on the phone, and she was seeing things as problems that were so easily solvable. I knew she was swimming and drowning and scared, and she just kept saying, maybe Spirit's telling me no. Maybe Spirit's telling me to stop. But it's not that. Spirit wants for you what you want. Spirit is always about more life. Look at nature. Trust yourself. Trust Spirit. Your perceptions can throw you off, can change things. And I used to do this, and I see so many people do it. Maybe now's not my time. Spirit is saying no. The universe doesn't support me. Oh, that was a big one for me. So then what does the universe do? Okay, well, I was sending it all your way, but whatever you say is. So now I have to give you that. Heartbreaking, right there. Why did you trust yourself in those moments when Spirit was leading you to the answer and the opportunity that you've been asking for? And now your fears and doubts are kicking themselves up. It is scary in those moments. People have come right up to the edge of investing and their car breaks down. They have an unexpected expense. Someone has a death in the family. They lose their job. Any number of large and small things. I've had air conditioning units blow out, 2 of them at once to the tune of $6,000, followed by my water meter. I know these things happen to me too. I've had to learn when I ask, opportunities show up. They're not always convenient. They're not always comfortable. They're not even always logical. And I have the choice to step in. Then I have to trust myself and follow it through. When I have asked and I've gotten focused and clear and the money shows up, I always honor that commitment, that relationship with Spirit, and I take that money and I apply it to what I asked for, no matter what else is showing up in my world. Pop quiz from the universe. This is how it works. To go one day from her messaging me, calling me at 11 o'clock at night, trying to pay me, and these weird little things happening that I could solve in an instant, but she was so in it, she was saying, this is Spirit, this is God telling me no, I have to listen. God doesn't tell you no. God wants for you what you want. Spirit wants for you what you want. The universe is responsive to your command, to your desire, and then it provides opportunities. Now, yes, opportunities will show up. I believe that if an opportunity shows up in your world, it is a match. I have that understanding and that agreement with Spirit. It will not show up in my world unless it is a match. That's why I've been able to create the money and step in faster and faster and faster, because I've learned to trust Spirit in this and in this relationship. So if an opportunity shows up, it is a match. You have the choice to say no or to choose between. But Spirit, once you've chosen, is not going to step in and say, no, now you have the money, you had the desire, you found the perfect opportunity, the answer to what you were asking for. No, now I'm putting the brakes on, stop, no, you can't have it. Not now, don't do it. If it's not now, the opportunity would not show up. The lessons you are to learn are to be empowered, to desire, to take inspired action, not to stop yourself, not to say the universe doesn't support me. When you say that, it's a mirror to you. You're not supporting yourself. And when you don't support yourself, the universe cannot support you. It's not picking and choosing. She can have it. She can fast track and go. But you know, no. Sent you the opportunity, and when you went to grab it, I pulled it out. That's like Lucy in that football. Come on. That's not the universe I live in, and that's not spirit. I had that story once. I grew up with that story, so that story had to be. It had to play itself over and over and over in my world, but no more. That's what I want to convey to you. Now, granted, I honor everyone's journey, and her journey will come out just the way she's orchestrated it. Who knows where it will lead? And I know she had come through some scary stuff. But to be on that path and that track for 2 years? Solid. How much confronting of your stuff can I do? I'm going to do it. But I can't push. I don't want to coerce. I don't want to manipulate. I don't want to convince, because then people kick up more resistance and then they will turn on you. And she was not turning on me. And I wanted to preserve that relationship, but still show up as the coach that she needed and had asked for and confront. That's my commitment to you and to myself. It's why I'm here. So if this is landing for you, if this is speaking a word over you, I'm so glad. Because now, after 2 years on that path and asking and delivering, and the money sitting there, everything supporting you, and kicking up that dirt in your eyes so you can't see and clouding your mind because there's fear because of everything you just came through. And that's where I want to leave you with one more thing in this message. I want you to know I am uniquely equipped, just as you are, with a unique combination so that I bring a unique contribution into the world. And mine includes helping you learn to speak for your business, helping you build that personality branded platform so you can be pursued rather than pursuing, helping you get your message and your movement and your work out into the world and bring in highly aligned clients, up-level your income, and make the impact you are here to make. And I am very equipped to help you with the inner work that supports all of that. That's what makes me the coach to help. And when these people are knocking on my door, knocking, in that moment of aha, and we fully align and they step in and then they take themselves out. And all I can do is deliver this message and help you with this. And that's what I was called to do today, because it's been swimming around in my head and I'm not going to keep going back to her and pounding that same key. That's where I trust spirit. Every time I come into a relationship, working with a client, it's you, it's me, and it's spirit. And we all three work together, and I can't do my work any other way. So right now, I'm setting my own triggers and my own ego aside, and I'm trusting spirit, and that I served in some purpose along that journey, and I have to let it go. But first, I have to bring the message to anyone else out there so I can get it out of my head and get on with it. If you want to talk to me in person, if any of this is resonating and you're going through this, send me a private message here on Facebook. Connect with me on my website, talkwithmichellebarr.com. Grab one of the complimentary consultations that I have to offer. I will help you with this, with all of this. Take this to heart. Take this message. Hear of it what you are ready to hear. See in yourself what you are ready to see. And then I've done my part, and I appreciate you because you show up and allow me to show up in the world as who I am and what I'm made to do. what I'm designed to do, and I turn around and help you do the same. I appreciate you. You are a blessing, and I serve to be a blessing in your life. Thank you so much for listening to my message. I'll talk to you again soon.